Hello guys, it's Megan Kiana and welcome back. This is, I think, gonna be my first video in about a month and almost 2 months. I decided to take a break from booktube. I just have not for a while. I've been stuck in a book slump. Really, most I've been reading is like a book and some graphic novels. Yes, that still counts as reading graphic novels, it does. I just haven't had the motivation to, but I do still want to make videos and talk to you guys. So this is going to be a book haul. This is going to be the books I have bought in July and August. I do have my owl crates in here that I will save to the end, but let's go ahead and get started with this video. So one of the first books I bought was Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. I read this back when I was a sophomore in high school. I am now in college, a junior in college, and it's still one of my favorites. I didn't physically own it, and when I was at Barnes & Noble, I saw it and I wanted to get it, and it has fan art in it. Like, I really remember loving this a lot, so I do hope to read it. This is about a girl named Kat. She is a Simon Snow fan. Simon Snow is almost like Harry Potter, kind of. And she is a big Simon Snow fan. She writes fan fiction. She is famously known on the web for writing one of the most known Simon Snow fan fictions ever. And now with her going to college with her twin sister, she now has to branch out because her sister is so much different than her, from what I remember. I do plan on rereading this very, very soon. Really do enjoy this. Can't wait to reread this. The next book I bought is Bookish and the Beast by Ashlyn Poston. This is Once Upon a Con series. I think the first one is like Geekerella, the second is something else. So Rosie Thone is stuck on her college application essay in her small town and on the mysterious Generosan cosplayer she met at EskyCon. Most of all, she's stuck in the grief over her mother's death. Her only solace was her late mother's library of rare Starfield novels, which they sold to pay off hospital bills. Vance Rance has been Hollywood royalty for as long as he can remember, with all the privilege and scrutiny that entails. When a tabloid scandal catches up to him, he's forced to hide out somewhere the paparazzi would never expect to find him. Small town, USA. At least there's a library in the house. Too bad he doesn't read. When Rosie and Vance's paths collide, a rare book is accidentally destroyed. Rosie finds herself working to repay the debt. The only problem, Rosie can't stand Vance, and he's not a fan of her either. A lot of people like this series. What really caught my eye was the cover and like the color scheme. Hopefully I'll like it. Let's see when I actually read it. The next book I bought, I already read it. I just never physically owned it, and that is Fallen Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes. This is the first book in the Fallen Kingdom series. The Fallen Kingdom series is one of my favorite series ever. This is a series that it is divided. This world is divided into 3 nations: Uranos, Limros, and Pelagia. They're all ruled by separate people, but when Pelagia and Limros band together to attack Uranos, everything basically goes to hell, and we follow multiple characters. It is very, very entertaining, and it has been so long since I've read this series that I'm debating whether or not I should start a reread of this. But yes. The next book I bought, I read again, and that is Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. I have owned the audiobook version. I have listened to the audiobook version when I was a freshman in college, and I've just never physically owned it. And I wanted to because Laini Taylor is now one of my favorite authors. This is a very hard to explain series, and I don't remember a lot of it. Let's see. You don't really even get like an explanation of it when you do it, but from what I remember, it's about a girl who she falls in love with this guy that she's not supposed to, like in a past life she did, and like something happened. Don't necessarily remember, but I did enjoy this, and I do want to do a reread of this. The next book I bought, I have already read it, and I really enjoyed it, and that is The Upside of Falling by Alex Light. This is a very short contemporary romance that follows 2 people, Becca and Brett. Becca is a book nerd. She is a bookworm. She has never had a boyfriend, and Brett is a very popular football guy that everyone knows in town. And one day when one of Becca's old friend, Jennifer, tries to come at her basically for never having a boyfriend, Brett comes and says that they've been dating since the beginning of summer, middle of summer, something like that, and they start a fake romance. A fake to a real romance is one of my favorite tropes ever. I really did enjoy this. I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars, and I hope we get more books by these authors, but this was really cute and I really did enjoy this. The next book I bought is The Princess Will Save You by Sierra Henning, and this is basically the Princess Bride retelling. And in this book, we follow a Princess Amardia, and she is given an ultimatum: marry the leader of the neighboring kingdom or lose her crown and possibly her life. To force her hand, her beloved, the stable boy Luca, is kidnapped. But Armadan was raised to be a warrior, not a sacrifice. Again, the cover, but this was one of my most anticipated releases before the cover was even released. Like, the description itself made me want to buy it, and I do plan on reading this soon. It's just, again, with the slump, I haven't been in the mood to read. I then bought The Thief Among the Trees by Sabaa Tahir with Nicole Andofield and Sonia Leal. This is an Ember in the Ashes graphic novel prequel to The Ember in the Ashes, and this is following Elias, Helene, and Tabby when they're year 5ers. This is when they have to go to an island and basically get, for however many people is in their thing, get that many vials of poison and bring it back, or else they're basically beaten to death. And I like this because we see how quickly, how even then Elias was against the Empire and how much Elaine was for it. I really did enjoy this. I read this as well more when I do a wrap up, whenever that is. I then bought Giant's Day volume 13. This is when they're getting closer and closer to graduation. I haven't read it yet, so I don't really know, but I am looking forward to it. And then I bought Lumberjanes volume 14, X Marks the Spot. I absolutely love Lumberjanes. This is when we go more into depth of the Greek gods and goddesses, when one of their enemies accidentally comes back to life and they have to go get Artemis in order to help them. I enjoyed this as well. This was, I think, a 4 out of 5 stars. So now let's jump into these owl crates that I got. The July owl crate was Goddess in the Machine by Laura Beth Johnson, and it's this adorable cover with gold sprayed edges. I don't want to read the description because the beginning half is a lot like Aurora Rising, if we are honest, except for the part that it now has like a prince and something, and she's like someone that's worshipped. But it's a lot like Aurora Rising. Let's see whenever I read this if it's exactly like it. I do enjoy this for the golden edges. And then August's owl crate was Star Daughter by Shivita Thakkar, and this was one of my most anticipated too. It is a sci-fi contemporary, I believe, and it follows a girl named Shito, and she holds many secrets. Some of the stars call Shito by her name, stars like her mother who returned to her place in the constellation years ago. Since that day, Shito has been forced to hide, but on her 17th birthday comes closer. The pull from the sky is growing stronger, so strong that Shito loses control and flares. A star first burns her human father, an injury only a full star's blood can heal. So she's basically a Star Daughter. I love this cover. I knew it was gonna happen. I accidentally pre-ordered the original edition, and I gave that to my sister once I saw that this owl crate edition came, because purple is one of my favorite colors. I saw this, I needed it. But yeah, these are all the books that I bought in July and August. I'm very anticipating wanting to read them, and to read them because I've been on such a reading slump. I haven't been buying books that much. I've only really been buying books that I know I'm gonna read in my heart. But yeah, that is all for this video right here. I'll be leaving here 2 videos I honestly feel you guys should go check out. I don't know when I'm gonna post again, but I'll see you guys with another video, hopefully very soon.